Oh, well, there were 4 people. Now there's only 2 again. And one of them is me. Alright, well, that was that. So, I have been in all of these, so now I guess I have to go in the correct direction. Which is the monolith, I believe. If I've got to do adventure mode multiple times, and that particular dungeon that I just got only has 1 key in it, and you can only open up 1 of those per time. And that's a random dungeon that you can get. That is a lot of time for that set. Oof. I can see why people would be disappointed in that armor. Because if it doesn't live up to the time that you take to get it, I'll probably take the time to get it, though. I like collecting things. Especially things that I will never use. Just to go, hey, look, this is neat. And then do nothing. Oh, darn. Not the monolith. I'm pretty sure I did get where I was supposed to go, though. Is it the Undying Throne? No, that's the start of... No, actually. It is the Undying Throne. Please tell me we're not about to fight the world boss of Rohm. Rohm? Rohm? Because Earth seemed a lot longer. Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. Ew. Hall of the Undying. Oh. Got my pistol out and I'm ready to roll. Oh. These guys are standing at attention, and we got some things. Well. Ah! Excuse me, you have interrupted my bath.
You have come a long, difficult way, if the whispers are true.
I'll shoot you. Why do I have my...
Traveler, what do you believe brings you here?
I'm looking for a man named
I
Ford.
have heard of that one, though he never sought an audience with me. A pity, really. He wasted his time with the foolish Akari when he could have learned from I who have witnessed centuries.
For
example, I know exactly
the flaming...
what you seek.
The flaming sword that I'm currently using is you have to defeat one of the Earth World bosses, Smolder, but you have to break his tail first. So you have to do enough damage to his tail for it to basically fall off, and then kill him. And then you get the material that is required to actually craft it. It's just kill the boss extra. The energy shooting sword, the hero's sword, you just need to get 100 glowing fragments, or defeat 10 bosses in survival mode. I haven't done survival mode, don't know what that's all about, but the glowing fragments you get from doing adventure, killing bosses in hard mode adventure. So, it's more time for the hero sword rather than the difficulty. Anyway, this guy. I doubt he knows.
I have spent an age and an age meditating on the true nature of things. I have seen the patterns, the motifs in the symphony of the worlds. Your home has been overrun by the Gwari. The root, you call them. We hold that in common. They are the only true enemy. You require salvation, and I have the key.
Okay.
This key will not take you where you want, rather where you must go.
Alrighty.
It knows your salvation even better than you.
Okay, then give it to me.
Nothing is so easy, human. I did not become Undying through charity.
Well, you
I
should
should
have.
warn you, the key is not safe. It has led many to untimely ends.
Yeah, well, I've got this thing where I can't die.
I offer an exchange, a favor in good faith.
Uh-huh.
There is a world, vibrant, primordial, untouched by the Gwari, yet infested by corrupted cattle. These inhabitants revere above all else a particular beast. Bring me the beast's heart.
Yeah, well, okay, so it is so it was so interesting for me because I really was getting into this game not knowing what it was. I just thought because the description on the PlayStation Store, which I'm playing on PlayStation right now, the description said that it was a survival game, so I was expecting like survival crafting. No, this is a Dark Souls game. So when you think about it as Dark Souls, and of course the game gives you quests, but it doesn't give you directions. So you just kind of have to go. I've done a lot of adventure mode, and I've done a lot of looking up. What things are. Like, I would never have thought to break that dragon's tail, the final boss's tail, or one of the world boss's tails, because nothing prompts you to do that. There is a second world boss, the Ent, which I've got a video on my YouTube channel about that, where it's easy to get his secondary material because the thing you have to break from him is his legs, which he stands on. They're a very easy target. The dragon tail, on the other hand, you don't. So another thing that surprised me was that the worlds are actually randomly generated. So one world will be different than the other world. There are a lot of similar stuff once you start playing through them, and only a few specific dungeons per world, but it still surprised me. I thought it would have been a static map. So, yeah. What's this guy want? Do I care about this guy? Ooh. Yeah, what is this beast and what do you need it?
Not clear. Their beast guards their world, as our guardian once protected ours. Surely you are not so naive as that.
No, I just want you to say it.
Without a guardian, they will be vulnerable to the Gwari, as we are now. The strong survive, child. That is how it is. Always. You will never save your world if you cling to compassion.
Ooh. Oh, you don't want to say that to me, man. Why do you need it?
Much like yours, is without a guardian. You of all people know what the Gwari can do to such a world.
Yeah,
As our planet
kind of makes
heals,
it fun.
so increases the certainty that the Guari will return. The
Mm-hmm.
beast's heart will allow us to forge our guardian anew. I saved this world once through fire. It is unlikely to survive another such baptism. Without a guardian, all on this world will perish. The
What was
liquid
it?
nourishes me as it has for centuries. It is mine and mine alone. I'm sure you understand. A scourge and a parasite,
What are these
driven by
guys?
a single mind.
Okay, okay,
Like
okay.
a disease, they absorb what they can and destroy what they cannot, until all that is left is the root. They are deficient. I grant them that. I cannot fault their strength, though I hope to overcome it. How do they invade any world? They found a weakness and exploited it. A rift was created. Legions of Guari surged forth. I believe the same happened to your world. The root are relentless, somewhat unimaginative.
So this is one of those things where if you do one thing, you get something, and if you do another thing, you get something else. And I'm not one to not like. Oh, and I do recommend this game, especially if you're on PlayStation right now, and you've got a PS Plus membership. It's free, so that's why I got into it. And it's been one of those things where it's been a actual gem that I was not expecting. I was not expecting a story mode at all, or at least if there was one, not one as in depth as this. So, but if you excuse me, I want to know what happens if you refuse. Oh wait, no. Let's look up Remnant. Yeah. Because he'll so the boss fight with the king. Oh. Hmm. So, one's a melee weapon. If I refuse, then I fight him. I'm sure there's a way to get both. I wonder... I'm gonna refuse now, because all things said and done, everything I've heard about this guy, he's a tyrant. He killed his world's guardian. Yeah. That is the one big problem this game has, is that it just does not give you any direction. So, even when you've got a quest to talk to to somebody, it's like, talk to this person. Okay, who's this person? Who's Ford? Where do I find Ford? A little notch above their head would be nice, but yeah, once you get rolling and you kind of understand the game a little bit, you understand kind of how the flow goes. There will still be times when you will be sitting there going, what am I going the right direction? Do I want to be going the right direction? Like, in this world alone, it's split in two different directions, and I backtracked like 3 times through the same map, but like it's a lot of fun. It's basically post-apocalyptic, kind of Lovecraftian Dark Souls, and I love that. Anyway, I'm gonna refuse this guy because he's a dick.
How terribly uninteresting. For your sake, I will assume you still intend to retrieve it.
Nah.
Arrogant child, you shall see why they call me Undying.
Oh yeah, sure. Watch out.
Attend to me, Vir. There is an intruder in our midst.
Uh-huh. Sure. You will find that I do not care. Because, all things considered, I am actually a little over-leveled for this. That's what you get for grinding. Now, if you'll excuse me, I don't have my boss killer weapons out. You caught me off guard in that situation, in that sense. But I am now ready. Alright, hi buddy. Yeah, I'm a little over-leveled, especially for a melee build. Plus, I've got one item that really kind of breaks melee. It is a ring. Oh. That heals me. Now, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I just need to eat this. Thank you. Yeah. It heals me as I... Yeah. Yeah, what do you think of that?
That was rough.
Anyway, it heals me as I do melee damage. I'll give him the heart in another playthrough. Or see if there's another way to get that melee item. Anyway, you weren't exactly, you know, as undying as you said you were. Oh, also, another tip. Use your trait points. If anything, use your trait points on Vigor and Endurance if you don't know what else to use your trait points on. For the longest time, for a long time, I was saving my trait points, wondering how many I'd be getting, and if I only got a set amount. Turns out that you actually get enough trait points to level all of the traits. So, always always good to hear. Kingslayer gives increased critical damage. Yes, actually, the story is in fact replayable. You are given, you are actually even given the option to replay the campaign and the story very early on. You can, if you're at the big crystal, where you can choose your worlds and everything. And actually, I can show you I can show you once I find my way out. But yeah, you are able. Well, I think I'm supposed to... Here's another one of those things where it's like, wait, is this where I'm supposed to be? Is this the right direction? No, it is not. I think I know where I'm supposed to go. I say that. But yeah, you can reset the world, and it resets the entire world, but not your character. So, and you can set it to a harder difficulty if you want. So that's basically how this game does New World Plus, or New Game Plus, is you can just reset the campaign to square one, but keep your character. And I'll show you how to do that, though I won't do it, personally. Because I want to get through the campaign at least once. And from what I've seen, adventure mode allows you to get everything you missed anyway, but I wonder about that particular interaction. But yeah, that guy was a jerk. So if you use this big crystal here, and then go to world settings, if you see at the bottom there it says reroll campaign. If you hit that, it sets the campaign to 0. You can set it to a higher difficulty and play through the campaign again. But at the same time, so far as I know, adventure mode allows you to get a lot of the things that you missed in campaign mode anyway. And then there's the survival mode if you've got the DLC. The swamp DLC something or other. Which is basically, from what I've told, basically this game but a roguelike. You start off with literally nothing but the but the repeater pistol. And you can go around and find all of the equipment, but you don't get to keep any of it, I don't think. But what you do is basically go through as many bosses as possible, and the more bosses you go through, the more rewards you get. Either way, this game has a lot of different ways to play, giving it a much higher replayability for somebody like me, at least. I was here, to go and see what, to go and get what that heart provides. Hey lady, grumpy lady!
What?
I got something.
Alright then.
Reuben. If charged upon death, the wielder will be revived at 50% health. They will also take 10% less damage and be immune to status for 5 seconds. 5-minute cooldown.
Yeah, good.
Pretty good.
Go. I'm not in the mood for chat.
Pretty good. I like it.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Certainly.
Where's being a iffy term there? I think we are going to probably... I don't have the iron for that. But that sounds nice. And it's a 3-round burst, and it looks like it's got a scope on it. But that Undying mod on it.
Keep moving.
And it does have a scope. Interesting. Looks cool. If I had the iron... I've got the iron. I know I've got the iron. I'll use it for a little bit, see what it's like.
How's it going?
I don't think I'd use it for boss fights. Yeah, this is buy. I don't need that much forged iron. I'm gonna get that much because I've got... I don't have as much...
Till next time.
I must have used a lot of it to upgrade my stuff. I used a lot of it to upgrade the hero sword. Which is, for being a DLC weapon, kind of disappointing. Hey,
Certainly.
let's see what you've got because I want to upgrade my things. Of course.
So long.
Hold on, I'll be back. Ash! I need to break down
How's it going?
some of my iron. Some of my forged iron. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Till next time.
Should be enough iron to get this to +3. And then the forged iron. Hopefully I've got enough forged iron to get it to +5.
I'm not in the mood
And
for
enough
chat.
scrap.
Anything you need? What do you need?
Another thing I like about this game, actually over games like Dark Souls, is that the upgrade material is common, as opposed to Dark Souls, where at least Dark Souls 3, where I think you only got a set amount, or it was really hard to get anyway. I don't have the scrap
Take care, my
for it.
friend.
Okay. +4 is not bad. +4 is okay. Well, that was the end of that. Let's see here. I'll probably be streaming for another 2 hours. See where we go there. Travel to the labyrinth. And in this particular scene, we are going to